Hi everyone. Welcome to S.L.Discuss Singapore Politics. Today's topic will focus on Singapore's Employment Act. Do you know who exactly is covered under the Employment Act? Or are you entirely clear about your rights in salary and bonus, working hours and overtime, public holiday, annual and sick leave, maternity leave benefit, healthcare, CPF contribution, and retrenchment benefit? As this is a large topic, we will divide it into two separate videos, with part 1 covering the first 4 rights and part 2 covering the remaining 4. So, let us begin with a fun fact. Singapore Employment Act does not apply to all employees working in Singapore. Instead, it only applies to certain employees that are defined under the Act. The Employment Act is not applicable to people holding managerial and executive position, domestic worker, seamen, and most of the government staff. Next, let's talk about salary and bonus. The Employment Act does not regulate the minimum salary every employee must be paid. In other words, there is no minimum salary requirement, and it is subjected to negotiation between the employer and the employee. However, the salary must be paid at least once a month within 7 days after the end of the salary period. As for bonuses, there is no requirement of bonus payment under the Employment Act. Also, employee earning below $2,000 per month will be provided additional protection under Part 4 of the Employment Act. How then do we define the hours of work and overtime? Hours of work and overtime are regulated under the Employment Act only for those employees earning below $2,000 per month. Such employees are entitled to work no more than 44 hours per week or 8 hours daily. Also, employees cannot work for more than 6 hours without break. However, daily limit could be adjusted provided it does not violate the weekly limit. An employee may be required by his employer to exceed the limit of hours and to work on a rest day under certain circumstances, including and not limiting to accident, whether actual or threatened, work that the performance of which is essential to the life of the community, work essential for defense and security, urgent work to be done to machinery or plant, or an interruption of work which it was impossible to foresee. All employees are entitled to 1 rest day per week, deemed as a non-working day from midnight to midnight, and it is considered a non-pay day. The longest possible interval between 2 rest days is 12 days. Considering Singapore's multicultural diversity, public holidays are designed to accommodate many different ethnic communities. The employee is entitled to paid holiday on public holidays, although the specific date may be substituted by any other day if this is mutually agreed by the employer and employee. Also note that in the event that there is a public holiday that falls on a Sunday or rest day, the following Monday shall be considered the paid holiday. Additionally, if the public holiday falls on a day when the employee is not contractually required to work, he or she shall be compensated either with an extra day's pay or by an extra day off as a substitute. The statutory annual leave is also outlined in the Employment Act for employees that earn less than $2,000 per month. To qualify for annual leave, the employee must have served at least 3 months with the employer. The amount of annual leave is dependent on the contractual agreement between the employer and the employee, but it is subjected to a minimum of 7 days during the first year and 1 extra day for each additional year of service, subjected to a maximum of 14 days of such leave. The employee's annual leave will be forfeited unless otherwise specified in the employment agreement in the case of dismissal for misconduct, absenteeism from work without permission for more than 20% of working days in the month, or if the leave is not used up within 12 months of every year. The employer shall pay the employee his gross rate of pay for every day of such leave, and if an employee has been dismissed not because of misconduct before he has taken that leave, The employer shall pay the employee his gross rate of pay in respect of every day of that leave. As for sick leave, if the employee has worked for at least 3 months but less than 6 months for the company, the employee is entitled to 5 days of sick leave per year and 15 days of hospitalization leave inclusive of the 5 days, to up to 14 days of sick leave per year and 60 days of hospitalization leave inclusive of the 14 days if he had worked for at least 6 months for the company. To be entitled to a medical leave, the employee must produce a medical certificate from the company doctor, government doctor, or doctor from an approved hospital. With that, we have covered the first 4 rights under the Employment Act. As for the remaining 4, it will be covered under a separate videos. Do check it out to have a more comprehensive understanding on the Employment Act. Thanks for watching S.L.Discuss Singapore Politics. Do help us to like and share our videos if you find it informational. Show your support by also subscribing to our YouTube channel or like our Facebook page for more of such videos. Thank you.